Hello, welcome back. Today I'm at the Mount Olivet Cemetery in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and I'm here to do a follow-up story on the Sisters of Loretto. So a few months ago I had a video, which I'll put the link in the description, where I explored the 100-year-old Catholic campus and cemetery where the 62 nuns were originally buried. Now they were redeveloping that area. They're putting in townhomes, apartments, houses, and retail, and so at the time no one knew if they were going to be moved or not. So since then they have actually been moved. So I'm here to kind of tell you what happened and show you their new resting places. Alright, this is the beautiful Gallagher chapel here at the cemetery that we're gonna take a look at. But yes, they did end up moving the 62 nuns from that location to this cemetery, and surprisingly it actually wasn't the decision of the developer. The developer said he was ready to incorporate the cemetery, which dated back to 1898, into their plans. And it was actually the executive committee of the Sisters of Loretto in Kentucky that decided it was best to move the remains to Mount Olivet Cemetery here. Now, Sister Mary Nell Gage, a Loretto historian, said the order felt the security and perpetual care at the Wheat Ridge location here would make it a better place for the nuns to be interred. And Sister Gage said, explaining that the wooden caskets and the headstones would remain buried at the original site, where the developer has said he will erect a memorial garden in the sisters' honor. So there is still a presence of those sisters in the sacred ground, and the developer has indicated that the sacred ground they will actually make a memorial garden out of. So the exhumation process, it started about June and was led by a team of professors and students from various local universities, including anthropologists from Metro State University of Denver and University of Colorado Boulder. And I was kind of glad to see such professionals there, and it looked like they really took the time. You know, they sifted through all the dirt to get all of the human remains out. They did leave the caskets, which were pretty much probably disintegrated anyway, since they were over 100 years old. And so and they're also leaving the headstones there, which is nice. So it was good. They had a lot of professionals doing the dig, just clearing out all human remains. I also think it's really cool that the developer is going to turn that site into a memorial garden. So that's really nice. And then while the exhumation project was underway, the Nittenbach family actually began construction of caskets by hand for each sister. They put in over 500 hours of work in order to ensure that each sister had a dignified place to rest. So yeah, because those caskets were so old and disintegrated, this lovely family volunteered and made new caskets for them. And I'll put some pictures up. But this Gallagher chapel is actually where they held a mass for the Sisters of Loretto. So and that was just back on August 22nd is when they had their service, and they had all their caskets lined up here. I was really hoping to make that service, but I had COVID, so unfortunately I couldn't attend, but I really wanted to, especially because I first did a video, you know, about the story, and was wondering because of development if they were going to be moved. So I was keeping up on it and following it, and I knew that their mass was going to be here. Now they don't have the new headstones yet, but their final resting place now is pretty close to the chapel over here. And I called the cemetery and they said hopefully they're going to get markers out here soon. So maybe I'll have to come back again to check those out. But the cemetery told me it's in this area here. And you can kind of tell from the grass, you know, some pieces you can tell right here. You can tell back here with the grass, you know, it's been pulled up and laid back. So I believe this is where all the sisters got reburied. And it's actually, well, there's some more right here too. It's like, yeah, because there's 62 of them. So I was hoping they'd have a big section all together, and it looks like they are. And the ones right in front here, this is a section for the Sisters of Loretto already. So all the headstones that are here are actually Sisters of Loretto. Most of these are from like the 80s into the 2000s, so not the 100-year-old ones that were moved, but I think it's pretty cool that they're going to be right there in the same section. Yeah, so it is a little bittersweet. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that the developer wanted to keep them there. And we'll turn it into a memorial garden. But it was, you know, the nuns that made that decision. And, you know, maybe they're right, you know. It would be nicer to be in this beautiful cemetery with the other Sisters of Loretto, and maybe not surrounded by condos and retail and parking lots, because we've all seen those sad parking lot cemeteries, or ones just, you know, surrounded by so much development. So I don't know, I do feel like it's sad, you know, that you moved 100+ years of history, but also maybe it's for the better. So no, let me know what you guys think about it. Hope you enjoyed that video and getting to see the new burial places for the Sisters of Loretto. Please like and subscribe for some more videos, and I'll see you at the next grave. Thanks.